Welcome back, everybody, to episode 5 of On the Wild. I'm Riley Keenan here once again with Anuj Basker. It's looking like Halloween out here.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Orange and black.
Yeah, in a cut.
Yo, what's your favorite Halloween movie?
Twitches.
Oh, that's the two twin sisters, right?
Yeah, they like find each other and they get like
That's
they have a bigger meaning.
That's a good flick. I'm gonna go with Monster House. Do you ever remember?
Never watched.
You never? Oh, the animated movie with like, you never saw that?
Monsters Inc.
No. That was a banger. But Monster's House, like the guy, like this kid lives across the street from this old man, and all like the toys and stuff the kids play with are on his yawn, but they're all too scared to like get the stuff back. And then like
maybe.
I don't know. 3 people like go into his house, and it's like a monster.
If I saw like the poster for it,
yeah,
maybe.
I feel like you've seen it.
Probably.
Like it's one of those movies I feel like every like Gen Z. Are we Gen Z? Or are we millennials?
We're not, man. We're Gen Z.
We're definitely Gen Z.
We're
in that like weird cutoff. Like 98 to like 2002 are kind of like on our own. Like we're in our own little thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm pretty sure we are Gen Z.
Yeah,
technically.
Probably.
Because I think millennials are like 98 down.
I have no idea.
Neither do I.
I really don't know. Oh, dude. You know what the best like Halloween stuff? I always remember Disney Channel or like YTV or like iCarly. All these shows would always have like a Halloween episode.
Yeah, those are always the best ones.
Fire.
I remember the That's So Raven one? Where they like turn into cows.
Oh my god, that one was creepy. Like that one, like I felt like I had dreams about that one. That one was terrifying. I remember the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody one where they go into like the haunted hotel room.
Yeah.
And there's like that like ghost lady and stuff. That one was actually kind of scary.
Yeah. And the Wizards of Waverly Place one with the haunted house. They like go into the portal and bring like supernatural people into the haunted house. Bro,
the shows back then were so good.
I know.
Like I would still like I have Disney Plus. I'll still like throw on a couple episodes every now and then. Like they're genuinely good shows.
I binge watched Wizards of Waverly Place.
Really?
In quarantine. I finished it.
Is the finale of that show the movie? Or is there like a genuine finale?
There's a finale. The finale is like who's the family wizard.
Oh yeah. Oh, like the competition between the 3 of them, right?
Yeah. And the movie, I don't know when the movie takes place, but
I feel like isn't it like a year after or something like that?
I think there's 2 movies.
Who did you think was going to win out of the 3?
I mean, Alex made the most sense.
Alex was like
she was the main character.
She was the main character. Everyone's like going into it thinking it's going to be Justin. I thought Max was going to win. So like he's the youngest, he's like low key like not the smartest. I thought it would be a good story.
He was the underdog.
Yeah, for sure. He was my favorite character on that show.
Yeah.
Cuz he just said whatever.
Wasn't Justin like supposed to win?
I think
and then like Alex Alex got cut or like caught up or something with like a branch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was like literally like he was winning. Like it was
spoiler alert.
Yeah, if you haven't seen this. Yeah. But yeah, he was like I think he was about to win and then she like kind of ran at the last second. Mm-hmm. Clutch.
Yeah.
She's got the clutch gene. Damn. Well, we went to our Instagram.
We did.
And we asked you guys to give us some hot takes. Not gonna lie, I think a couple of people didn't quite understand what hot take meant.
We got a lot of questions.
Yeah, a lot of questions. So hot take, basically, if you don't know, it just means like an outlandish statement. Like, I don't know, saying like...
something that goes against majority.
Yeah, Steven Adams is the best center in the NBA. Yeah. That's a hot take. Yeah. A cold take would be like, okay... Aquaman. Oh, yeah, he does look like Aquaman. A cold take would be like, LeBron's the best player in the NBA. Is that cool? Yeah, cold take's like...
A cold...
It just makes sense.
Yeah. Well, a cold take could also be like just dumb.
Yeah, true. But yeah, we got some hot takes in here. The first one I saw, cheesecake is the absolute worst dessert. Nothing worse. What do you think about that?
I've only had cheesecake a couple times, so I don't know. I don't really have a good opinion on it or a real opinion on it. But I'd much rather have a lot of things.
Yeah, like a brownie or like a cookie.
Brownie and
put
ice
them both
cream.
Together.
Yeah.
I feel like cheesecake, it's either really good or really bad. Like
I don't know. I've only had it twice.
I've been to like the Cheesecake Factory and I always had like the Oreo one. Dude, do you remember the iCarly episodes where they went and got like cheesecake together? They were like the biggest things.
I never really watched iCarly.
Oh man. I don't know. We're talking so much about kids shows right now, but like, dude, I remember that episode so well. I don't know why. They were on like a double date, but like, they were trying to get Gibby a girl. That was, dude, Gibby was jokes, but they had like these massive cheesecakes. I remember sitting there as a kid, just like, oh my god, I would demolish that. But I don't know, cheesecake. I think, in my opinion, I think macaroons are the worst dessert.
Macaroons, aren't they like the small kind of?
Like little they're like the cookies, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I hate those.
I don't mind them.
They're like the really colorful ones, right? Or am I thinking of something else?
I don't know.
I have no idea. But
I like baked goods.
Facts.
Those are my go-to. Cookies,
Facts.
brownies,
dude,
maybe some ice cream on the side.
I feel like a really good brownie is better than a really good cookie, but a cookie is better than a brownie.
A bad cookie is better than a bad brownie.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
A really good brownie is better than good cookie.
Yeah. Man. Oh, I used to always get those like lava cakes at like restaurants. Those are so fire. Oh my god. They had like, what is that stuff they had coming out of it though? Was that just fudge?
Yeah, I think it's just like melted fudge.
Oh.
I don't know.
I have literally no idea. Another one. Oh, okay. Well, this one. No, this is a statement. This one, Helvetica Nua. Nue?
No.
Do?
I don't know.
Helvetica Nue is better than Times New Roman.
No.
I wholeheartedly disagree.
What is it? Helvetica?
Helvetica, yeah. Helvetica kind of looks like Arial.
Yeah, I was going to say that. It looks like Arial.
Arial is like the classic Lay's chip of fonts.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I mean, it's all right.
It's basic.
It's like, it does the job.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if I could have some barbecue or some, dude, like I think Times New Roman and Georgia are like the LeBron and KD of fonts. Like, you're just at the top of the game. Like, I don't think I've ever written an essay in Arial or Helvetica.
Definitely not. I've only written Times New Roman, Georgia, or Droid Serif, I think.
Droid Serif. Georgia's what I use to make it look like I've written more.
Yeah, because it's bigger.
It's just a little bit bigger.
Just a little.
Bro, I saw this thing on TikTok. Like, people would highlight the words at the end. Like, they need more words in their essay. So they'd write a bunch of, like, BS. And then they'd highlight it and put it white. So that the word count is the proper thing. But, like, there's not actually any words there. I never thought about that.
I never thought about that.
I would never do that in university because you don't know what you're going to get. But in high school, that would have been an amazing idea.
Oh, yeah.
I can't think of the amount.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's such a good idea. Bro, this one, I'm going to get a little fired up about this one. Milk goes before the cereal.
Psychotic.
Ridiculous.
That's psychotic.
Because with me, at least, when I'm having cereal, I don't like to have a lot of milk. So I kind of like
I like a lot of milk.
Really? Do you like drink it after?
Yeah.
I just don't like white milk. I like chocolate milk. Chocolate milk's fire.
Yeah, chocolate milk.
But like when I pour in milk, I base it off of how much cereal I have. Because like I want to like in a spoonful, I don't want to see a lot of milk. Mm-hmm. But like yeah, I
love a lot of milk. I like let my cereal sit for like. I feel like that's kind of.
Does it get mushy though, or is it still
on
like,
the cusp?
On the cusp.
A delicate crisp.
A delicate crisp, like calf cookies, a little crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside.
Yeah.
Dude, I missed those.
Yeah,
those were so good. That was the only thing
our cafeteria sucked, but the cookies.
Oh, cookies were on another level. Like the only two things I ever got from the caf were the cookies, and I got like a Panzerotti once, and it was all right.
Yeah,
but, like everything was
messed that up.
Yeah, everything was overpriced in there too. Like the cookies were like $1.50, and then they moved them to like $2.50.
Yeah, no, there were smaller ones, which I actually liked more than the big ones.
Really?
Like the M&M ones.
Oh yeah, those were fire.
Yeah, those are my favorite ones. And they had the big ones that were like $2.50, I think.
Bro, I would always get like a big one. Like I'd get one like once or twice a week, and I'd go into like the second half of classes after lunch. And I'd have the cookie. Dude, you could not walk into a class with one of those things. You have to share it with like 15 people. It's worse than a thing of gum.
Literally.
You open those bad boys up, everyone comes
Go get your own.
Yeah,
still have them.
They're literally $2. Like
literally, you get one.
They made so many too.
I know.
Oh, this one's I completely agree with. Playboy Cardi is awful.
I mean, there was a little bit of explicit language in that.
Oh yeah,
in that hot take.
That was not. I paraphrased that for sure.
Awful. That's not a hot take. That's fact.
Yeah, I think
that is fact.
I mean, if you like Playboy Cardi, all the power to you. But I'm personally not a fan of. Look at the nomination. Like, what do you? He just mumbled like, dude. Did you ever see Jack Armstrong like in Matt Devlin?
Yeah. That was hilarious.
That was so jokes, bro. Jack Armstrong's so funny.
I met him once.
Really?
Yeah, I took a picture with him.
Oh, at the game?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, true. Bro, he when he does that, you know what I don't understand about him? He used he does like get that garbage out of here. He starts doing it like so high pitched now, like every single time.
Yeah,
I used to laugh every time he did it, and now I'm like, all right, Jack, what's going on here? He's like, get that garbage out of here. I'm like, Jack, what are we doing here?
Nice.
Facts. And speaking of the Raptors, though, someone said the Raptors will make the conference final.
No.
I think
we'll get to why later. But,
yeah, I think they might get past the first round.
Yeah,
Possibly.
Maybe depends on who they play.
Yeah,
and their seed and all that.
I think if they were to play,
they somehow play like Brooklyn in the first.
If they play Brooklyn, Boston, or Miami, I think it's a loss.
Philly.
Philly. I think if they play Milwaukee, though, they have a chance.
Maybe, yeah.
Just because
as they're currently structured.
Yeah, because
they trade Lowry, which we'll get to later.
Like, even let alone the fact that they beat the Bucks twice in a row this season. Mm-hmm. Like, I genuinely think they have the right defense to defend Giannis and their perimeter scoring.
They know how to stop him.
Yeah,
and we're seeing it already. Like, the Bucks lost 5 straight earlier. I know Drew Holiday didn't play, but I mean, I think the NBA's kind of figured out Giannis.
Yeah, this NBA season's been so different from the rest.
So weird.
Like before, like the top teams played and won every night. Mm-hmm. Now it's like the Celtics are like 15-17. Like, how is that even possible, dude? Luka, did you see his back-to-back 3? Oh my god, dude, that guy.
He's so good.
He's something special. Really, like to just step back over 2 guys and just bang it.
And he's already getting hate too.
I know, right?
There's really nothing to dislike about him.
He's 21 years old. Mm-hmm. He's balling.
Like, even though I'm like the biggest LeBron fan on earth, I get why people didn't like him coming out because of the hype.
Yeah.
That kind of happened with Zion too, but the hype kind of makes people like dislike you to a certain extent.
That's like one of the
Luka had no real hype.
Fact. That's like one of the things about like the Jordan LeBron debate, like Doc Rivers talked about. Like LeBron had all the hype. Mm-hmm. Everyone was anticipating him to be the next LeBron, so he had all this weight on his shoulders. Jordan came into the league as a third overall pick. Yeah, and he was just people let him grow into greatness. Yeah. Like people talk about like, oh, 6 championships. Well, what did he do from 84 to 90? He didn't, like, no one expected him to do anything, but everyone expected LeBron to win.
Yeah.
He got to the finals.
Went to the finals at 22 years old.
Yeah, against a Spurs team that like had no hope in hell of beating that team.
No way.
Like,
it was those 3, Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan in their prime.
Yeah, literally. They were dominant.
Yeah.
But someone asked this, LeBron or Jordan in a 1v1. It's not GOAT. Who's going to win in a 1v1?
Probably say LeBron.
LeBron? Just
because he's bigger, stronger, and he can match Jordan's quickness.
Yeah. That's super tough. Because like Jordan's a better defender, but like LeBron does have a bit of the height advantage.
At their peak, they're the same.
Yeah, true. Like LeBron 2012, 2013 defending was unbelievable.
His defensive rating in 2012, 2013 was the same defensive rating that Jordan had in his defensive player of the year.
Really? Yeah, I think LeBron would win it because like just the physicality alone too. Like he's a bigger guy, but he's stronger as well.
He has 50 pounds on him.
Yeah.
Jordan's 6'6", 210, right?
Yeah.
210, 215. LeBron at his peak is 6'8". Well, he's 6'9" now, apparently.
Oh, my God, yeah.
He's let's just say 6'8", 260. And I've read things that said in Miami he got up to 280.
Wow. He was jacked.
That's not, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just what I read.
280, man.
6'8".
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
I think LeBron would win that, but he'd have to like rely on getting to the basket. I feel like Jordan would have to. I don't know if he'd be able to get to the basket as much, because like LeBron's a good interior defender.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. This one, I don't know if I'll be able to answer this one too well, but Nas is a better storyteller than Biggie or Pac.
I don't listen to Biggie or Pac.
Yeah, I haven't heard enough of them, but I've heard Illmatic by Nas, and that's top 5 rap album ever. Probably top 3.
I listen to Nas a little bit, so I agree with that.
Yeah.
But like not because of the fact that I've listened to all 3 of them, it's just because I've only really listened to Nas.
Yeah, I know Biggie's a really good writer as well. Like I think I saw a list, they had him number 1. Mm-hmm. To rank the 3, I'd probably go Nas, Biggie, Pac. But it's very close.
I feel like we're going to get a lot of hate.
Yeah, there's going to be people pretty pissed.
A lot of people, I feel like it's consensus that for a lot of people that Tupac's the greatest.
Yeah. Bro, people were annoyed when we were like talking about J. Cole over Kendrick. Like, we just haven't given Kendrick enough of a chance.
Just listen to what we're saying. We don't listen. I don't listen to Kendrick as much.
Yeah.
I've tried it and I don't really like it. And I even said that I need to give him more of a chance.
Yeah. That was like when Lil Uzi Vert was, like, obviously he was always huge, but like when Eternal Take was coming out, everyone was like, he's the best artist in the world. And I just didn't agree. Like, I didn't listen to him enough, but like I also was just like, you know what? I'm not 100% interested.
I like Lil Uzi, but he's not the best.
Yeah. Bro, did you hear about
it's all opinionated.
So. You hear about the Before 27 Club stuff? Like, okay, you know, like how a bunch of rap or like artists have died before 27. He like has talked about it in his music like many times, and he got like, did you see what he got on his head?
Yeah, like the emerald.
The emerald? Apparently, like, it's super, super dangerous to, like, take it out. So, like severe chance of death. So, like, people are talking about, like, there's a bunch of little things that he's mentioning in his songs and, like, outside of stuff. And he's saying something about, like, meeting with the gods and stuff like that. Like, he's on some other wave right now.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
Hopefully nothing happens to him. That's just what I hope.
Because he's good.
He's good. Like,
he's
and he's
good.
young. Like, I'm just so sad and so sick of seeing young people lost too soon. Like, you know, Mac Miller, X, like all these guys.
Yeah.
It's crazy. On a lighter note,
Yeah.
someone said Lakers will fall to the 6th seed without AD. I don't think they'll fall any lower than 3rd.
Maybe 4th, because the Suns are playing really well right
Yeah.
now. And they're only a game back of them right now.
What's AD at? Like 3 more weeks?
I think 3 more weeks.
3? Yeah.
Because the All-Star break is after next week, and I think they'll hold them out 2 weeks after.
Yeah. And like you were saying before the show, like the Lakers are slumping right now. Like they're not going to be playing like this forever.
It's not even like they're losing because they don't have AD. They're shooting like 21% from three the last week.
They're just not hitting shots.
And even before, when AD missed 5 games before his latest injury got diagnosed, and they were 4-1 without him.
Oh.
So I don't think they just don't have AD. I think it's just they're not playing well right now.
Yeah. And even like when they get him back, they're just going to come right back up. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like he's going to come back with a bit of a vengeance.
Seeding with top teams like the Lakers, Brooklyn, Philly, the Clippers, I don't think that really matters.
It doesn't. Like
I think matter until they play each other.
Yeah, like when LeBron was on the Cavs, like the seeding had no relevance. Like he could be the 5 seed. Like I remember he was the 4 seed against the Raptors and he dumpstered them like no problem. I like LeBron is the kind of guy like he's just constantly in a filling out process.
He's like Brady, just get him into the playoffs and
yeah, he doesn't care who he's playing.
Yeah, he even said that a couple years ago. Just get me in the train.
That's jokes. All right, this one. Blue Jays are winning the AL East. I don't know about this season. I think the Yankees will take it. Because Judge and Stanton are both going to be healthy. They
signed Kluber, too.
Yeah, they got unbelievable pitching depth. Garrett Cole's going to have a bounce-back season.
If the Yankees stay healthy, I could see them going to the World Series.
Yeah, I think it'll be Yankees-Dodgers, probably. Or Yankees-Braves. But I think the Jays will be at the top of their division 2022. Soon. Like, they're going to be... I saw a thing on Bleacher Report. They said that they had like a huge projection that in 2025, the best starting lineup in the league will be the Jays. And I don't see any way to disagree with that, really. Like, Bichette, Guerrero, if they still have Gurriel by then, like, they're going to be stacked then. And then Springer signed. Like,
yeah.
And other guys are going to want to sign, too. Like, by the time, like, COVID is less a problem and they can play in their own hometown, like, people are going to want to sign in Toronto. Mm-hmm. Hopefully pitching. We need a lot of depth.
Yeah. I feel like pitching's always been their issue.
Yeah.
Ever since I've been watching baseball.
I feel like they take so long to go out and get guys. Like, they wait forever, and then other guys just sign. They don't make big enough offers. And the Jays have a ton of cap room, too. So, like... But maybe they'll be waiting for next year. I think next year's like the season to sign guys.
Right.
All right, well, we got like 3 more to talk about. This one's interesting. Kendrick is not only the best rapper, but he's also the best songwriter of all time. That is a hot take.
I feel like that's a response to what we said about Kendrick.
100%. A little salty about the J. Cole part.
I mean, he isn't for me.
I think he's up there for sure.
Definitely.
I don't know if I can really make a firm statement on who is the best, because you still got, obviously, Kendrick. We talked about Nas, Biggie, Pac. Eminem's up there, and then
mine's Jay-Z.
Yeah, and then you got like Bruce Springsteen and all those guys. So I feel like
that's just like a different genre.
Yeah, totally different. Like if we're talking about rapping, he's definitely in the top.
He's up there.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we kind of need to see his career play out a little bit more. Definitely need to give his music a little bit more listens.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not an outlandish take, but it's
for me it's Jay-Z. It always kind of has been.
Yeah.
But it's all opinion.
For sure, it's all subjective. All right, this is a question. What is the purest sport in sports today?
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, like from pure, just like, is that just like you could go outside and you can play it?
I mean,
like I feel like hockey wouldn't be necessarily a pure sport because there's like so many things like skating and sticks. Mm-hmm. If you're talking about like pure, I feel like soccer.
Yeah.
You just need a ball and like 2 pylons.
Yeah. I guess.
Maybe baseball. I don't know. Maybe like what do you think is
hard?
Yeah. What do you think is like the hardest sport?
I think certain aspects of different sports
For sure.
are
Like,
harder than others, but
hockey is, I feel like, initially the hardest because you need to learn how to skate first. You can't just like go out on the ice and start playing. Also,
Yeah.
like stick handling takes time to learn. I think baseball is the hardest.
hitting a baseball is harder than
Yeah.
the single hardest thing to do.
Like I feel like people think it's way easier than it is.
It's not.
In a sense that like you're playing slope, like you're playing outside with friends or like gym
Yeah.
class. Like you're throwing a ball like that and you can crush it. That's not anywhere close to what you're going to see in a game.
Yeah.
Like as a batter, you have absolutely no idea what's coming your way, a fastball, curveball, changeup, how fast it's going to be, like where it's going to go. And then you have to hit it too. Like it's like baseball for me,
Just
like
put it this way: if you hit the ball 3 out of 10 times, you're
a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. And like I think like even in my baseball career, I was always a very streaky hitter. Like I was either hitting the crap out of the ball, like I'm dominating, or I was striking out like every other at bat. Like it's such like a tough sport where it's like you can't just like in basketball you take a shot and you make an adjustment. You're like, okay, I need to get my elbow up higher. Baseball's like you focus on one little thing and then you forget about another. Like you're moving your legs. Like I feel like baseball, there's just so much that goes into
I think
it.
as a team sport, football is up there because
Yeah.
if one person messes up, the whole
Yeah,
thing
like
is
the
messed
whole strategic aspect of football is so heavily important.
up. Like yeah, this is a pass play, but if the left guard doesn't block Aaron Donald, you're dead.
It's over. Yeah, like literally. Yeah, I feel like baseball too is like it's very individual. Like as much as it is a team sport, you at the end of the day are the only batter going
Right.
up to the plate. You are the one making the play in the field.
Yeah.
Like the only dynamic I would say is really like the pitcher and catcher.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be on the same page. Yeah, I think like football, baseball, hockey are the hardest.
yeah,
Because like
in their own ways.
yeah,
though.
like basketball is super hard. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like I can go out on the court and I can hit a 3-pointer before anyone's gonna hit a baseball or score a goal in hockey. But that just comes with the game. Like there's way more offense.
Yeah.
The last one we'll go over is a hot take. The Habs will miss the playoffs and finish 5th in the North Division. And then someone also followed up by saying, "Who do you think are the 4 division winners?" I think the Habs make the playoffs. They got a good team. I think they have the best goalie in the league in Carey Price, and they got great defensive core, and they have a lot of depth offensively. So I think they'll squeak in.
They just fired their coach.
Yeah, Claude Julien.
Yeah.
From what I've heard from Montreal fans, they said it's about time. Like apparently he's just been going with the same. It's kind of like Babcock in Toronto. Like he just kind of did the same thing for so long and never really adapted,
Yeah.
changed things up. So it's like, all right, let's get some fresh start going. For division leaders, though, I think the Lightning will win the Central. The Panthers are up there right now, but I think the Lightning will win. The Bruins will win the East. I think they're going to walk away with that, no problem. The Knights, the West over the Avalanche, and then the North. I think it's the Leafs. I think the Leafs will probably finish the best team in the league. I don't know if they are the
Well,
best
isn't
team
the
in the league.
North like super easy? Like most of the teams are just really.
It's
nice.
so it's all Canadian.
Yeah,
and
I
I'd
know
say the Ottawa's awful. Like Ottawa's brutal. And then I'd say like Calgary, Winnipeg, Edmonton, like all those teams, Vancouver, like they're all solid teams
Yeah.
that could make the playoffs. So I guess like from an aspect of like overall, it's not the greatest division, but I don't think it's the worst because there's the other ones like. I think it's the West Division. Like, there's 3 teams in California that are all awful. Arizona's a decent team. Chicago's playing way better than they should be. Like, they
Right.
don't have that much depth on the roster. So I think it's probably the West. But yeah,
I'm
also
just gonna take your word for it
Yeah,
on
yeah.
all of them because I have no idea.
yeah, also with like Montreal too. Like a lot of fans are getting hyped about their offense, and like they have a lot of guys that could score 20 goals. They have so much depth, but they're saying like, oh yeah, like 2 years from now they're all going to be older. They're all going to be ready to go. The only problem with that I find is that 2 years from now, Shea Weber I think is going to be 37. Carey Price is
Shea
going to be
Weber's
35.
been in the NHL forever.
Yeah, like I think he was drafted in 2003. And yeah, Carey Price is going to be like by the time your forwards are ready to go, your 2 superstars are going to be out the door. So you kind of need to make something happen now. Maybe make a trade. Obviously, the Anderson trade with Domi was a phenomenal trade. He's been great. Same with Toffoli. But yeah, I think Montreal will make the playoffs.
Switching gears to the NBA, Kyle Lowry may be traded to the Sixers.
Yeah,
It's looking more likely as reports keep coming in. It looks like the Raptors want young players and vets on expiring contracts.
yeah. I feel like if a trade's going to happen with Lowry, it's going to happen to Philly.
Yeah.
No, like not only because it's his hometown, but it's a good spot. It's a good fit
Yeah. And they're gonna allow him to pick where he wants to get traded.
for sure. He's earned that right for sure in Toronto. I feel like to make that trade though, if I'm Toronto, I want either Thibault or Maxey. Like I want a young
I think they'll
guard.
get Maxey because he's a
Yeah.
rookie.
Oh my god, if they got Tyrese Maxey, I'd be so happy. He was the guy I wanted them to get in the draft. I thought he'd maybe fall. He didn't fall far enough, but if they could get Maxey, I'd be pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they got a good core around Van Vliet. Malachi Flynn will fit that role well. Because like he's kind of like Fred and Kyle. Like that's like Nurse has talked so much about how he's exactly the way they were when they were young.
Yeah. Maxey, he's a shooting guard, right? Like he's a wing scorer, which I like that because then you have Van Vliet running the show now.
Yeah.
And then you have Maxey on the wing.
Facts. I like it. He's a good defender too, and he just plays with a lot of heart. And he's a Kentucky guy too. Like there's always a good Kentucky guard. It seems like in the draft, it's been like that for years. But man, it would be weird to see Lowry go.
Yeah.
But I'd imagine.
How long has he been in Toronto? Like 9 years, 10 years.
I think since 20. Man, I don't even know. Maybe 2012, 2013. I remember he was like number 3 when he was first here. It was like. Yeah, and then he just went to number 7. I remember, dude, him and DeRozan like weren't close until they lost that game 7 against Brooklyn. Like the last play, like because like Lowry like shot it.
Yeah.
I thought he got fouled. I still think he should have got free throws.
He
But he was knocked down, and I think DeRozan was the one that picked him up and was like, "Hey, man, like we got this." And apparently, like, they became basically brothers after that.
Yeah, I mean, you see it all the time, them talking about each other.
Yeah,
how close they are.
I remember there were rumors about DeRozan coming back, but if Lowry goes, then that's not even fathomable. Like, there's no way that'll happen.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, if he goes to Philly, are they going to move Simmons to small forward or power forward?
No, I think they'll just move Lowry to 2.
Really? That would help them a lot because Danny Green's not getting the job. He's having a good season, like much better than last year, but he's not. And Seth Curry, I don't feel like he fits the set.
Seth Curry is really good.
He's really good.
Just looking at his history and wherever he's gone, the team's been really good. He was in Portland. They went to the conference finals.
Yeah.
Last year with Dallas. Look at Dallas now. I'm not saying he's the reason, but
yeah.
He's definitely part of it.
They should have kept him for sure. I feel like he was a good fit with the Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, they probably keep Simmons at the 1. But they could theoretically move because if they can keep either Maxey or Thybulle, as long as they don't give up both, they can have one of them there too. Because I think Green will be gone next year.
I'd keep Simmons at the 1 because it's what he does best.
Yeah,
he's a point guard.
It blows my mind that he still can't shoot. Like, I wonder if it's just him not just genuinely not being able to shoot, or if he doesn't work on it.
I think he works on it. He just doesn't shoot.
Yeah.
Like we won't really find out if he can shoot or not until he shoots.
Yeah. Like if I'm Ben Simmons or I'm like Shaq, like I'm constantly practicing what I'm bad at. Because like I just never understood how can you get into the NBA and not shoot a free throw.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously you don't have to shoot 70 or 80%.
I think their hands are too big.
It's very awkward, but like you got to figure out some sort of system. Right? Yeah. Like, if I can hit a free throw, you got to be able to hit a free throw. If you play basketball every single day of your life. I just find it a little bit weird. But at the same time, that's kind of like with every sport. Like, you're going to have hockey players that aren't fast. I was never a fast player.
Fast you can't really teach.
Yeah, you can't teach speed. But, like, there's guys that just never were that great stick handlers. Or, there's football players that never were able to throw a ball, so they never played quarterback. Like, there's just those little things. But if I'm bent, like Siakam, like, he was not the greatest shooter his first couple of years. He just was in the gym every single day pulling up threes, and now he's shooting like above 30.
I see videos of Ben Simmons, and he's hitting threes in warm-ups.
Yeah.
And his shot doesn't look bad either.
It's like a nice form.
Mm-hmm. It's something that you can repeat.
I feel like he's almost like scared to shoot.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe he just doesn't shoot. Maybe
he doesn't want to get made fun of.
It's a confidence thing. Maybe he's like one of those people who's like, you want me to shoot, so I'm not going to shoot.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to give the crowd what they want.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see what Philadelphia will do in the playoffs this year. Hopefully they can go into it fully healthy. Mm-hmm. I feel like we haven't, like, obviously the 2019 playoffs when they had Butler, Embiid. Even then, like, they weren't.
Embiid in the Toronto series, I think he missed the game.
Yeah, he missed. He was
a game or two.
Yeah, didn't he have like a leg injury or something?
No, he had like a stomach virus. Or something.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I feel like they haven't had a full opportunity to be fully healthy. Like when they're fully healthy, aren't they like the best team in basketball? Like have the best record.
When they have their full starting lineup, the last time I checked, they were undefeated.
Yeah, and even
I don't know if
like last year, weren't they like 19-0 at home at one point?
I think so.
And then obviously, like I think Simmons or Embiid, one of them went down as usual, and then they just kind of fell apart.
Yeah,
like that
for the playoffs in the bubble. Simmons wasn't there.
Simmons wasn't. Yeah, it was just Embiid against the Celtics, and they got swept. Like he was balling, but like seemed like he had relatively no help. Also, but like Boston's also like a really well defended team. So if you're missing a guy, Boston's going to take advantage completely.
Yeah, they just weren't a good team last year. They didn't have a good. They had no spacing. They played Horford and Embiid. Like it was just an awkward team.
Yeah,
I like their team a lot more this year
for sure. The East is going to be really competitive. I feel like the Bucks, the Nets, the Heat are going to they're climbing. Like they started off rough, but like that,
Yeah, they
they
beat
to be
the
expected.
Raptors. They beat the Lakers last Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be in the playoffs. I think they'll be 5 or 6 seed maybe.
Yeah. Do you think Jimmy Butler's a superstar?
Yeah.
Like when I think about
100%.
how many superstars there are in the NBA, like who? Okay.
For me, it's can he be the number one guy on a contender?
Yeah.
And he took his team to the finals last year.
Facts. I feel like it's like, can you get me a win in the playoffs as the number one guy?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm thinking of who's a superstar in the NBA, Giannis, LeBron, AD, KD, Harden.
Yeah. AD's kind of iffy.
He's iffy, but he's there. Like when he's playing his game.
He's as talented as anybody else in the NBA.
Yeah.
At his size, so you kind of have to put him in. But
Facts. And then at center, like Embiid and Jokic would be there. Obviously, Jokic isn't having... Well, he's having a great year, but like the Nuggets haven't been that good. But I mean, like Porter Jr. is finally starting to come into his own. Jamal Murray's finally starting to ball. Like he was playing. He's averaging like 34 in his last 2 weeks.
He scored 50 last week.
Yeah, he's been balling. But then like like Leonard, for sure.
Yeah.
Lillard.
Mm-hmm.
Luka. And then that's when it's like, I feel like it kind of... Steph. Oh my God, yeah, Steph, for sure, no doubt. Then after that, I feel like guys that are kind of like on the cusp that could potentially get there, like Kyrie, PG maybe. I feel like he was a superstar at one point. He's not a superstar right now, but he can be. I feel like he was balling at the beginning of the year. He got hurt.
If he plays like the way he does in the regular season and the playoffs, he'd be a superstar.
Yeah. What do you think of this All-Star stuff though? Like Trae Young not making the All-Star game.
I mean, who made it over him? Tatum, Brown,
Simmons, Levine. Like I don't think there's anyone you could necessarily. Vucevic deserved though. I wouldn't
take Trae Young over any of those guys.
Yeah, I don't think you could take him over, but it's tough. Like he averages like what 27 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's like it happened last year. I think Trae Young did make it, but
it was a starter last year.
Yeah, it was Booker and Beal that didn't make it, and they were both at the top of the league in the scoring.
Booker didn't even make it this year.
Yeah.
Well, he's replacing AD.
I don't know how I feel about Chris Paul making it over Booker.
I think Chris Paul should be there.
Really? I feel like they should both be there, but it's tough.
They both should be there.
Yeah, because like Booker had a very slow start to the year, but he's been really coming into his own lately.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's like Beal and Booker didn't make it last year's scoring. Like I feel like it's tough because they weren't on great teams, but at the same time, like you can't really fault them for that. Like they're playing their game.
Yeah.
Obviously, they would need to play a bit better for the.
I think Beal he's not a super. I would say
I'd say he's
on the right team.
Yeah,
he's a superstar.
If he's on a different team, I feel like he's a superstar. On Washington, where you're not getting the wins,
he's so smooth.
Yeah, he looks so effortless out there for him.
I was watching him against the Lakers, and like he can just do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
he just gets to a spot and he's filthy.
Yeah, he's probably like behind Curry and Lillard. I'd put him like the best shot creator in the league.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Harden too.
Kyrie. And then Kyrie as well. Just like even Tatum. Tatum is like he's not there right now, but like his ball handling is so good.
For his size.
And yeah, his size. Like he's kind of like KD, and I think MPJ will be like that too, where they're just guys that can just shoot over people. So if they can really get their stroke down, like it's over for the league.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't even know what that was. It was like a half voice crack, half like my voice gave up. I like that Jaylen Brown's there though.
Yeah, he's been really good this year.
Like I'm really excited to see if the Celtics can be, because I think the Celtics are legit.
I think they can build around. I don't know what it is about Boston. They're not good with point guards.
Yeah, like Rozier wasn't great with them.
No, Rozier was good.
He was good, but he's been way better since leaving.
Yeah, Kyrie and Kemba just don't work.
Yeah, Kemba hasn't really fully meshed well with the players. Like he's been clutch with Boston. Like in that Raptor series, he was always hitting like the big shots late in the game.
Yeah,
but it feels like he's not coming out like on fire. Like these other guys, like Brown, Tatum, even Smart, like they get into a rhythm. Kemba really seems to struggle to like work with that lineup almost.
I don't even know why either.
Yeah. He's always been a great player. He's a great ball handler. Like his ability to just get away from people to take shots. Yeah. Like they have a lot, like they have Tights, Williams, Thompson, but they don't really have like a one guy that can go out.
They should try to go get Drummond.
Yeah, that would be a nice piece. What do you think Drummond would work best? Or
somewhere like Boston, where he doesn't have a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
All he has to do is rebound.
for sure. I kind of want to see him on Toronto. Obviously, it's a huge contract, but like they need
And he's an
rebounding.
expiring contract.
Yeah, they need rebounding so bad. Like Siakam's playing the 5 half the time, it seems like, and he's not. He's getting like what 6 or 7 rebounds a game. Like that can't be your number one. I feel like Toronto's never had a dominant big man on the boards. Like I can't remember the last time like a Toronto guy was like top.
I mean,
of the
Bosch
league.
wasn't dominant on the boards. He was more offensive.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
kind of like Amir Johnson, Jonas Valanciunas. Like
Yeah.
those were like the best I could think of.
Now, when Gasol wasn't dominant.
Yeah, Gasol was dominant against Embiid, but I mean like his last year in Toronto was like just in
wow.
shambles. Like it was not. Yeah, like it was not what anyone was hoping. Because the season before he was a pretty solid player. Like his defense was really good. His shooting was
Yeah.
solid.
Even now, I don't think he's that bad. He fouls so much.
Yeah, it kind of
He's in
feels like
foul trouble.
he's like almost just tired.
Yeah.
He's just beaten up and old. Like it's
Yeah.
tough. He's a great player, but like I feel like this might be his last year. Honestly,
Maybe, yeah.
it's tough.
He's like 36,
Yeah.
35, 36.
Is there no way Cousins is going to the Lakers?
I thought he was going to initially, but I saw a report that said it's unlikely.
Really?
But the Lakers waived Quinn Cook, so I'm pretty sure they're getting someone.
Yeah, they're opening up for somebody.
I don't know who though. I
feel
saw
like-
Whiteside maybe.
Whiteside. I heard that Toronto might be looking to trade Powell. Who was it? It was like Powell, a pick, and someone else, and they'd be getting and Baines, and they'd get Healed and Whiteside.
That's a really good trade. for
I
them.
like that a lot
Yeah,
because I feel like Healed just doesn't fully work in the Kings system.
he's a
because-
spot up shooter.
Yeah, he's a spot up shooter, and there's so many. Like they have so many guards and small forwards. And then, oh, you know what? Was it Beal or was it Barnes? Either or, I'd take it if I'm Toronto. And even Whiteside, like he's not getting the playing time he deserves with Sacramento.
Mhm.
Like he was great last year.
Yeah,
Wasn't he? Like he led the league in like blocks
He led-
and rebounds.
Yeah,
I
he led
think.
the league in blocks. I think.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is about him. He's just like, I think it's effort.
It's effort.
Maybe
He's
it's
not like a
effort.
locker room cancer, but he's like there's something there
Yeah,
that's just off-putting. I feel like.
that's why I feel like if he goes to a team like the Lakers, kind of like Dwight Howard last year.
Yeah, like
where they'll just like get
they'll
the
set him.
best out of him.
They'll set him straight.
Yeah,
That's like Toronto. Yeah, Toronto and the Lakers. I feel like are the kind of like the best teams for that right now. Where like when you're gonna come here, like you're gonna have like an ego check at the door.
yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I still don't fully understand why they're having an All-Star game. I feel like it's just so unneeded
It's-
this year.
Yeah, it's not. And just like the dunk contest at halftime, it's just corny.
Yeah.
Like they shouldn't have done it.
Is Zion
There's no point.
doing it?
I don't know. He said he may.
If he
I hope
doesn't
he is.
win,
He'll win just for showing up.
yeah,
It's
honestly,
kinda-
that's so true.
It's kind of like Vince Carter, or if LeBron did it when
Yeah.
he was a rookie or second year, he'll win just for showing up.
I love how they asked like Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine to come back, and both of them are like, "Nah."
You thought?
Like if I'm Zach LaVine, I'm like, "No, I've already won 2." Like
If I'm Aaron
chilling.
Gordon, I'm not going back.
If I'm Aaron Gordon, I'm like,
he's
"No."
been screwed over twice.
Yeah, he should have won. The first one,
I thought in Toronto he should have won.
oh my god. That
Dunk contest.
put
was-
below both legs over a mascot. Greatest dunk I've ever seen. I don't get how.
that dunk contest. That All-Star weekend was one of the best ever.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was Kobe's last All Star game, right? Too. Yeah, like man, how does that not win? Because like that dunk was so much better than Levine's at that point. Like Levine's dunk
Levine
contest.
did the same dunk over and over
I know,
again.
he
He just from the free throw line.
Yeah.
That's impressive. But when you do it over and over again, it becomes less
Exactly.
impressive.
He would do the free throw line and then he'd like go through the legs. But then Aaron Gordon would between both legs over a guy on a Segway and like come on, man. Like let's go.
And the one off the backboard where I forget the dunk exactly, but like I don't remember what
Oh
he
yeah,
did.
like I
but-
think he did like a reverse
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
back.
And they were all clean too.
Yeah.
Super clean.
Man, I don't get how
Should
he
have
did
won
it.
that.
What was the last one? Was it this year or like the previous season that he was in? Who was it? Levine that won too, or
I don't remember who won, but I remember D Wade gave him a 9.
oh Derek Jones Jr.
He won.
Yeah, and yeah,
D-Wade
he got a
gave
9
Aaron
on
Gordon
like a dunk that was like an easy 50. Like, come on, it's a little rigged. It's a little rigged. I honestly get more excited for the 3-point competition than I get for the dunk contest because like the dunk contest, there's only so much stuff you can do anymore.
It's at a point now where you can't really do anything.
Yeah, but the 3-point contest, I just love to see like, can a guy go perfect?
Pretty sure Dame's doing it this year.
Ooh. I just want to see Dame versus Curry. Like the battle. It's amazing how many people came into this year and be like, Lillard's the best point guard in basketball, and Curry's like, nah.
I mean, Lillard's in the MVP conversation.
Yeah. I feel like Curry is too. Like, if they can rise up in the standings a bit more. But, like, I feel like Curry's still better, but Lillard definitely makes a case.
They're right there.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really, like, one's severely better than the other. They're close.
Yeah. I feel like Trae Young needs to just watch tape of the two of them play. Because, like, they're good shooters, but they're also solid defenders. Like, they have their role.
They do enough.
Yeah. Like, Trae Young just kind of, like, fumbles almost the bag when he gets back on defense. Like, he's just a total liability.
It's just about effort.
Yeah. Because even Doncic just started to, like, bear down a bit and make the stops. Like, Trae Young needs to...
Defense is all effort. You can't... Like, some people are just naturally, like, good on defense.
Yeah.
Instincts and all that. But if you just give good effort... Like, Steph's not a good defender, but he gives effort.
Yeah. Like, when I think to us playing basketball in the summer, like, Joe, not the greatest basketball player in the world.
Yeah,
but
Joe's one of our friends.
Yeah, he works his ass off to get every time he shoots the ball. He's not holding his hand up there. He's going into the paint, getting the rebound. He's like, what? He's short. He's not short by any means.
He's like my height, maybe a little bit short.
But he's getting every rebound. And on defense, he was a freaking hound.
Yeah.
I hated having... I'm like significantly taller than him, and I couldn't hit a shot over him because he just worked his butt off.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's
Trae
really
Young
what
needs
it comes
watch
down
Joe
to.
Tape.
Yeah, facts.
I think that's a good place to wrap it.
Yeah.
Trae Young, get your stuff together. We're gonna wrap up right there. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. Follow us on Instagram at OnTheWildPod. TikTok, same handle. Yeah, we'll see y'all next time. Like the video, subscribe.
Stay wild.
Peace.